Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am unboxing this ENGWE M20 electric bike. A few years ago I started getting into watching YouTube videos and watching vloggers from New York in particular, and a couple of them had e-bikes over there that kind of looked a little bit of a hybrid between a motorcycle and a normal bike. And I was looking at them and I really liked the look of them and I really wanted to get one myself, but looking online it was a little bit too expensive. Fast forward a couple of years and I got myself a new job. The company itself has a bike to work scheme. So the bike to work scheme is a system where you go to a shop or online, you pick out a bike, you let your company know what bike you want to buy, they purchase it with money up front and then you pay them back in monthly installments. I bought this bike online. After looking at it a couple of times and watching a lot of review videos, I decided that this was the bike for me. The design looked exactly like what I wanted, and everybody else that I had watched videos of said that it was a very good bike. The box itself just has the logo in the middle here, which is pretty cool. It says designed in California, made in China. That must be their slogan. So let's dive in, let's start unpackaging it and see what's inside. So I got to work unboxing the bike, and as you'll see it was fairly well insulated. Plenty of styrofoam keeping the bike well in place. The bike is quite heavy. I might need a hand from my beautiful assistant in a couple of minutes, so bear with me. This is the bike straight out of the box. As you can see, there's a lot of styrofoam that I had to take out as well, but it's well insulated. No chance of any damage occurring in transit. A couple of boxes as well, which I'll open up and have a look and see what's in. This looks to be a battery case of some sort. I'll open it up properly and have a look. But overall, very well packaged, no issues with that. And let's start taking the styrofoam off and let's see what it looks like. So off I went, taking apart the bike bit by bit, taking the styrofoam off, clipping off all the cable ties that were holding everything together. And eventually it started to dawn on me, this tire doesn't seem to want to come out. So as you can see, there was a fair bit of difficulty trying to get this tire or wheel to come off. By the looks of it, it had gotten stuck in the bar that the pedal should have been on. Finally got the wheel off. It had become lodged in the pedals. I don't know if it got a smack on the way over, but yeah, it took a lot longer than we should have. But it's off now, thankfully. So after unboxing everything, this is what you're left with. The bike itself, and a few accessories here. So, we have a mudguard, a pair of pedals, some sort of stick, the headlights, a stand, and that battery box thing that I think comes with it also. And then in this box we have the charger. This culprit seemed to have got lodged in one of the pedals and took about 15-20 minutes and 2 people to actually get unlodged or dislodged. So apart from that little issue with the front tire, everything else looks good. All the pieces seem to be here. There is an instruction manual, although I will be looking at a YouTube video to guide me. I won't talk too much over this part because it's a banger of a tune in the background. But this is just a quick overview of the bike out of the box. And then step 1 is putting the handlebars on. But not without a little incident first. Sorry for the curse word, but it was annoying. Also, here comes the cat, ready to investigate. It was beginning to look like a two-person job. Every time I tried to do something, I needed another pair of hands. The next step was putting the headlights together. Now this proved a little bit difficult as well, because whatever way I did it, I just couldn't get the grips to go onto the poles of the bike. It was also around this time that people were getting a little bit annoyed that we were doing this at this hour of the night. Eventually though, with an extra pair of hands, we managed to get the headlights onto the bike. Lesson learned, don't start pulling the bike together late at night, because before you know it, it's going to be midnight, you're going to run into some issues, you're going to have to research how to put the bike together, and you're going to get your girlfriend annoyed at you as well that we're going to bed late. So today we're going to continue putting the bike together, might be in a slightly different location, and hopefully be able to get outside and give it a go once it's all complete. The main issue that we ran into was that the wheel seemed to have been lodged in the bar that's connected to the pedal. I don't know if it got a bang on the way over in transit, but it was lodged fairly well into the pedal mount, so it took about 15-20 minutes trying to get that off. Then after that, it was the lights at the front of the bike. The instructions in the manual were different to the video that is online that tells you how to put the bike together. So between myself and my girlfriend, we were able to come up with a resolution to it, but it took a while, took a lot of holding the bike together and making sure it doesn't fall over. So it took a bit of time to get that done, and it just ran into midnight, and then we were both tired, so we decided to go to bed. So what's left on the bike, I think we have to put the front, I know we have to put the front tire on, then we have a mud guard, and we should be good to go. Day 2 and part 3, putting the front wheel onto the bike. As ever, this proved to be more difficult than it should have. Whatever way I was putting the wheel onto the bike, I couldn't get the bar that was meant to go through the wheel through the wheel. But eventually it went through and the wheel went on, so it was next onto step 4, the mud guard. The mud guard went on pretty quick, so after that it was very quickly on to the next part, which was step 5, the pedals. And once the pedals were on, it was time to flip over the bike and sit on it for the first time. One final step was to adjust the handlebars to whatever way suited you. And now, the finished product. This is the bike, and all the bits and pieces are on it. Bear in mind I have been cycling it for the last few days. So if we get a bit of a close-up here on the panel. This, once you have the battery installed, down here. This panel lights up, you have your on button, and you have plus and minus here. It goes through the menus for the different options, but also increases the speed, which you get from the throttle here. You also have gears if you want to use it like a normal bike, although it's very heavy. Pedaling, it's as if you're pedaling uphill, so I wouldn't recommend. You have your mud guards on the back. mud guards on the front. And then I think the best part of the bike are the lights at the front. As you can see, it does have that motorbike feel that I like. The shape, the wheels, the handlebars and the lights at the front all combine to make a good motorbike looking e-bike. Now with regards to putting the battery in place, it's very simple. You just pop it on that console there. You make sure that it's turned on. And the first thing you want to check is, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see there is, let me get a bit closer, a little button here. Click that button and all the lights light up, so about 75% battery here. Now I've moved into the garage to get a bit of a darker space to highlight another couple of the features. So like I was saying before, this panel here, if you hold down the power button, the dashboard lights up. The 00s are your speed, and then underneath 00s you have another 0. That's the amount of assistance you need from the electric motor. I always have it up to 55, not 55, 5. And then also on the side here there are a button for the lights, and also, you can see them there, I'll show you at the front, also a little horn. It's very loud. But if I come around here, you can see the lights here are pretty cool. Nice and bright, very strong if you're cycling in the dark. And then also at the back here, you have a little red light as well to let people know in case they can't see you. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any questions about the bike, leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you. I will be making another video giving a bit more context around why I got the bike, where I'm cycling it to, and how I get on when I'm cycling it every morning. And of course, if you enjoyed this video or any of the other videos on my channel, please give a like, subscribe, comment on any of the videos that you see that you like, and I'll see you in the next video.